But the mic, I have problem with the mic now. Oh, you mute your mic?
No, 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 I muted it. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So, I'm gonna show you how it looks like.
Yo,
Yo,
tonight, Sterling,
tonight,
let's
Sterling,
react to a
let's
video.
react to a video.
You heard?
You heard?
Let's watch.
See?
Let's watch.
Right now I'm
Mhm.
So,
No, it's not bad.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad.
you're gonna see how many people are watching.
Mhm.
That's me right there.
That's hard, bro.
No, that's hard, bro. That's hard.
So,
I can make, let me put my so nothing.
Oh, okay.
So if we multiple,
instead of me
like
on the top,
instead of me on the top,
It's gonna be like 3, 4, 5, 6, and then get smaller and smaller because it's
So
only
today,
two.
tonight, what we can do?
So tonight, what we can do, like, we can make a video like this. We'll make a video like this then.
Or I just sit next to you.
Or I just sit next to you. And we
oh yeah,
make
yeah,
a
we can do
video.
that too. Oh yeah, yeah, we can.
And just make a video.
Come on.
I'm from Mario.
We're just gonna be out.
Or anything on YouTube, but I'm gonna share my screen. Anything on YouTube. Hmm? Okay, let me share my screen.
You might have a little dust on it.
So, that's what you're watching. Go to this.
I never got anything else.
Yeah. So right now, all I'm gonna do is just go to YouTube.
Just the OBS to sleep work.
So right now. So to do that, I will need to add my face now. Yeah. I'm gonna add your capture device. Okay. There we go. Let me mute the mic for now.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want and watch it take shape.
The biggest goal when teaching is to not make things sound hard. Like, my pet peeve is when I go to a class and like they make it so complicated. So I'm like, bro, as a teacher, your job is to make things simple or break it down in a way to where it's achievable, right? So that's my goal today, is to break down this haircut we're gonna be doing in the simplest fashion possible, because it doesn't have to be that hard, right? So let's get into it. This is my guy, Ryan. So the cut we are doing is gonna be like a brush back with curtains, and we're gonna do like a mid-taper. We're gonna get them right. So how many of you guys feel like you're in a good spot when it comes to your shear work or scissor work, whatever you wanna use? Good spots? How many of you guys feel like you could work on it? What is one of the biggest things that you struggle with when scissor cutting?
Me personally, if you don't mind, I'll get up.
Yeah.
So, mine would be probably for it to drop into it. You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah.
to get it all even and stuff, but like for when...
You don't know how to blend the sides to the top.
Yeah, because then normally what I'm doing is just taking my thinning shears and just trying to chop it up.
100.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really falling together.
Got you.
And then it's taking more time to make that blend in than it should.
Okay. Bet we could tackle that. Anything else? Sectioning. That's a big one. That's a big one.
It's like all right, but it's like
Yeah.
style, how to section to make the hair.
Yeah. So the biggest unlock for me was that sectioning, I'm just dampen the hair. Sectioning doesn't make the haircut. Sectioning makes it a little more organized. Because I know before I knew how to section hair, or even separate the hair neatly, I would just kind of pull the hair up and guess, right? And hope that I was grabbing enough hair to where it would lay down nicely. But I'm gonna show you the sectioning I would use for this haircut. But that's a big thing. Just because you see somebody section the hair nicely, if they don't cut it right, it's still not gonna come out right. So yeah, so today, like I said, we're gonna be doing the brush back. So I always like to begin my haircuts with the end in mind. And it's a system I like to call, since we're gonna put a name to it, the build and blend framework, okay? Now the build and blend framework is as simple as the name. We start by building the shape, building the hairstyle, and then we tackle transitioning into it, okay? So when attacking a haircut, what I will do is I'm gonna start to inspect the hair for any, things that might throw it off, cowlick, stuff like that. But I always like to begin by pinning up the top from the sides, especially when I'm doing shear work. So go ahead and grab our clip. So I like to begin by starting to separate the sides from the top. So I start in the recession and I'll go towards the corner. And we'll separate. And a lot of times the hair will fall how it naturally wants, right? You don't have to force it. Just let it fall how it naturally wants to. Boom. So we have our section from the corner to his crown. Now we'll come over to the other side and do the same thing. Corner to crown. Boom. And now we'll just pin up the top. Very simple.
What clips is this?
Honestly, I found these clips on Amazon. So they're just like duck clips, I think is what they were called.
You see the flat part of those clips? Those are made to impact the hair less. So sometimes
How it bends it, right?
when you clip hair and you take the clip off, it creates like a bend in the hair, right? So these are made, you'll see some of the UK guys like put them in the sideburns and hold them down while they style, and it holds it down so that it can have like that flare out or like the wispy sideburns without crimping the hair with the clips. So I actually use different clips for clipping, but for styling, I will use something like that to not impact the hair.
Yeah, it's when they diffuse it and they want to have like the wings on the nape and stuff.
Hold down the hair where you want it to
Yeah.
And you can focus on the rest, and it won't like put a line in the hair from where the clip is.
Right. So when we look at his hair kind of separated in a V in the crown pretty naturally. But for some people, this might be really zigzaggy. This might be straight across. So allowing the crown to do what it naturally wants to do is going to help prevent this from sticking up in certain areas. So and we do this so it can lay down properly. Okay. So what I used to begin trimming the sides by doing is I would start by taking diagonal sections going from the front to the back, just kind of guessing how much hair I would take. I start by establishing the length that I want in the side. So I'll start in the back, right here on the crown.
Now that length, what is it? What are you, when you say that, is that where you're flicking out at? Is that how you're measuring that?
No, this is just going to be the length that we have on the sides in general. So you're talking about the length that we're going to be flicking out at the bottom?
Yeah, as you're flick, is that?
No, so this will be the longest length, and then I'm going to come in with the diagonal sections after this, bringing my fingers closer to the head, so when I do come in.
So how do you determine, like, just?
Yeah, so I mean, I've cut his hair before, but what you do is try to pay attention to, it's like you can see his hair brushes back pretty nicely at this length, so we're not going to take off too much, right? But if I was to do this with the
Wait, let
length
me
that
see
he
if the mic
has,
is working.
and it starts to stick up, or it's not laying down, like it's like too heavy, then I would kind of dictate how much length I'm going to take off. But realistically, I'm going to be taking off about,
I
like,
think we can use the same mic.
off of the sides. And when I take my diagonal sections, I'll use this
That's the
as my
problem.
reference point for it.
Yo,
Yeah.
get this one.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You're saying that because it depends
Unplug
also
it behind.
on how you're sectioning it, because
It's
you're not
the
going to
behind.
cut the same way as the bottom part and the top part, right?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, like you're sectioning, like in this case, you're
Yeah.
cutting like.
That's why I was gonna put a mic for you.
Exactly where you're getting it.
Yeah.
It's not
I was gonna put a mic here so you talk on the
No.
mic.
Plus, because you're showing this is the type of haircut
You can hear?
that's for him, right?
You can hear?
Yeah, so my goal
You
is
hear?
to leave enough weight
Can you hear
here
what they're going on?
that from the front, it has
Let
like
me
that
add it.
square shape, right? So let me do this section first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this
gonna give
hair,
it to you. I'm gonna give
and
it
I want to focus on the parietal ridge. I'm pulling towards my chest, so it's actually the true length of the hair. And we're gonna be taking off about a half an inch from this.
Can you hear?
So we'll pull straight towards
Okay,
our
not
chest, and this will be the length that we cut.
This has nothing to do with the occipital bone, right? You're not trying to, like, guess, are you
I'm
going
gonna-
higher or lower or in the middle of the occipital bone?
I'm right above the occipital bone. So his occipital bone's like right here. I'm right above it.
Now, is that every cut that you aim for, or just above?
It's, yeah, slightly above it. Yeah, I don't want to take the guideline all the way up here. I just want it to be where the natural
Let me see.
round of the head is at. Yeah.
That's the widest point in the
Wait, what is
Yeah, you
mine?
see, like, a lot of barbers, like, when they take that side, it, like, and they cut so far up, like, it looks like it's probably, you know, a half an inch thickness all the
gotta
way
add
down.
these
You know, obviously, they're gonna drop into the back, but that
Yeah.
was confusing to me. It's like, you know, what's the point of taking it so
Not
high?
even showing up.
Yeah. No, this really what this guideline that I'm putting in is my reference point. Because like I said, I used to take those diagonal sections and not really
There's no
understand how if I'm doing the diagonal sections in the front and I have my fingers closer to the head, but I do that all the way around, that's going to be too short for the back. You see what I'm saying?
If I talk, they're
So
gonna hear me.
establishing the length
1, 2,
on the
1, 2, 1,
sides
2.
with this guideline
You're not
and
gonna
then
hear
doing
me.
the sections from that helps me to make sure that both sides are equal in length.
And obviously, there's no face, like.
No,
the
that's not
reference
it.
point that you're
That's the
using
mute.
is from-
No, with this the only reference point that
The
I'm using
audio-
is the parietal ridge,
They're not working.
or
When
like I
click
said, the
on it,
natural
I
bend
don't
or
find
curve
this.
of the head,
I need to find this.
because this is
Wait,
where I
wait,
want
wait,
the
let me
weight
see.
to build. I'm gonna go back
Okay,
through.
so
the vertical part. You're never trying to angle that. You're never trying to, like,
where's the
move your
other?
fingers downwards to give it more length in the sides, or do you want to keep that straight?
No, it's okay.
I want to keep this as much as the same length as possible, but naturally, because you get the taper here, this is already shorter. So if I get to the,
You don't hear
the
the
side of the head and there's no hair to grab, I'll just leave it. Yeah.
YouTube. You don't hear the YouTube, huh? Yeah, I'm listening to YouTube right now. There we go.
So I went back through. Now we'll come over to this other side.
You say nothing?
And we're doing that same exact thing.
What am I doing? Let me see.
And the benefit of attacking the scissor portion of a
No.
haircut first is you know the
Oh, that's
finished
a
product,
mic.
right?
Okay,
It's
okay, okay.
similar to the idea of when you do a buzz cut, right? What's
You
the
know what?
first
Let me
thing you do
delete
when
everything.
you do a buzz cut? What? Knock it all down, right? And now you know that from that bald line, you're blending into that 3
Okay,
or that
desktop
4. You see what
audio.
I'm saying? So if I'm able to establish the style and the length
Yeah.
that we
But it's
want,
already recorded.
now I know I just need to blend that taper into it.
Wait, let me see.
And
It's
not to
already
mention, I
going
know
to
for
mine.
me, I used to hyper
But yours,
focus
if I do
on
this, you're gonna hear. But I
getting
can't
the
hear now.
cleanest fade,
I cannot hear.
cleanest taper. So that would be majority of the haircut, and then I go to
I
do the
cannot hear.
scissors, and I have like 10 minutes left. But for that client, the scissor portion was the most important
Yeah.
because, you know,
Unless we
it's
got
out
a
there,
like
so
a split.
knocking what for most people will be the
Yeah, and then
difficult
you
part
put
of the
it
haircut
in.
out first will save a lot of time.
Yeah.
But now I'm just going through, making sure that I got it all even.
Yeah, unless we get the split.
Boom. So if you look at it from behind,
But it's working right now. It's live.
where's the?
I cannot hear.
So you
Only
can
you
see
can hear the.
this is where
YouTube
we
talking
built
right
up
now.
our weight and the length that we want the longest point of the sides to be. And this will be the same exact point where we connect the top
It's not even the
to
mic.
the
It's
sides,
the.
which is what you said you had a problem
It's
with.
that
and I'll
we
show you
just
how
need
we
the
do that
adapter.
after this. So
We can get it off Amazon.
we're gonna redampen the hair.
The only way we could do it is to add this, but I don't know how to add it. Yeah. Yeah, it will come to Mike.
So now, like I
Wait, let me
said, since
see.
he does get a taper and his last haircut
saying if it's
was a
connected.
high taper, there's not gonna be much hair to grab
Yeah.
here. But as we get towards the back of the head, is where you'll see that guideline start to take place. So we'll go from the top to
Yeah,
the
it's
ear.
connected. Maybe it's connected to one spot.
And even if there's a tiny amount of hair, we're gonna go ahead and try to connect that.
So when you're doing your diagonal, is this all fingers to the head?
So at the top of it, no. But as I get towards where the taper will be, is where I will gradually bring my fingers closer to the head.
So basically like the second pull of the hair, you're
Yeah. So every pull of the hair, as I get towards the bottom or the bottom of the nape, is when I want my fingers to be flat against the head.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want, bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing. Beautiful. Next up is the AI section creator. This is great for those website essentials like a contact section or a place to subscribe. Now, I'm running a sale, so I punch in some details, and just like that, I have a promo section. Functional and beautiful. I love it. Now, for the AI text creator, I got some products that need description, so I type in some keywords, and there it is. I've got copy that lands. Now, let's see what the AI image creator can do. Sometimes you just want to spice up your visual game. Type your idea and watch it turn into a high quality image in seconds. You can have some real fun with this. If you need to tweak something, just brush it over, write what you want, and there it is. I may not be an artist, but that's art. If you're ready to build something you love, head to Wix.
Welcome to the next evolution of AI, built right into the AlterX platform. Now, you can bring the power of generative AI into every step of your analytics. Use your approved LLMs like OpenAI and Anthropic to automate tasks, generate insights, and reimagine what's possible, right inside AlterX with new Gen AI tools. Next, meet AlterX Copilot, your interactive AI assistant. Just tell Copilot what you need. It helps you build workflows, place tools, automate tasks, and get answers in seconds, all with only plain language. Want instant insights? Magic Reports infuses automation and AI assistance to make reporting easier, faster, more flexible, and ready to share in seconds. And finally, with the new AI Control Center, you stay in the driver's seat. With built-in security, governance, and visibility across every interaction. Discover the next evolution of AI, now available in Alteryx.